President Donald Trump told reporters on Monday that he called with Russian President Vladimir Putin last week after Trump hosted his Ukrainian counterpart along with NATO leaders. According to Associated Press, additionally, just before wrapping up his comments in the Oval Office, Trump said the administration would soon be reducing drug prices anywhere from 1,000% to 1,500%. He noted that many other countries pay far less for prescription drugs than people do in the U.S. Trump made a similar promise earlier in August. Drug prices obviously cannot be reduced more than 100%, but experts have told the Associated Press that while the Trump administration has taken steps to lower prescription drug prices, there's no indication costs have dropped such a massive drop.
Spoken to Putin since last Monday, since
yeah,
a week ago.
I have.
What is your conversation, or can you share?
Every conversation I have with him is a good conversation, and then unfortunately a bomb is loaded up into Kiev or someplace, and then I get very angry about it. I think we're going to get the war done. It's tough. I thought that would be, of the 7 that I settled, I thought that would be the easiest of the group. See, you never know what's going to happen. You know, war, strange things happen in war. The fact that he went to Alaska, our country, I think was a big statement that he wants to get it done. That was not easy for him to go to Alaska, you know, for him to come here. But the fact that he showed up on a very successful day, it was a very successful day for other things, because, you know, we're also talking about missiles, nuclear. We're talking about a lot of different things. We're talking about limiting nuclear weapons. We'll get China into that. We have the most. Russia has the second most, and China has third, but China is way behind, but they'll catch us in 5 years. We would like to denuclearize. It's too much power, and we talked about that also. That's part of it, but we have to get the war over with.
Why do you think President Putin is so reluctant to meet with President Zelensky?
Because he doesn't like him. He doesn't like him. You know, they don't like. I have people I don't like. I don't like to meet with them. Sometimes I do like to meet with people I don't like.
So how do you get them together?
They don't like each other, really. We have something coming up, favored nations, where I'm going to be reducing drug prices by 1,500% where a pill that sells in Germany for $10 costs $150 here because of the bad price. And I was all set to do it, and then we had the COVID come up, and I had to focus on that because we had the greatest economy in history in my first term. I will tell you that we are going to be doing numbers on the cost of drugs in this country that I'm not talking about a 20% decrease, which would be great. I'm talking about 1,000% decrease. We're talking about where a product would sell for $80 in Germany and $1,300 here. And we're not going to do that.
Mr. President, do you plan to investigate Chris Christie?
Saying what?
Do you plan to investigate Chris Christie?
Look, Chris is a slob. Everybody knows it. I know Chris better than anybody in the room. I always felt he was guilty. But what he did is he took the George Washington Bridge, which is very serious. He closed down the George Washington Bridge. And you had medical people, you had ambulances caught up. This thing was closed down. And obviously he knew about it. But he blamed the young lady that worked for him and another person, and they got into a lot of trouble. She ultimately was, I don't know, exonerated, but she got out of it a little bit. But she went through hell. She was a young mother, nice person. I knew her a little bit. And another man went to jail, and Chris got off. And so when I listen to Chris speak his hate, I say, oh, what about the George Washington Bridge? You know, tell me about the George Washington Bridge. He blamed other people, but he knew all about it. So no, I don't know if they want to look at it. It's not for me. If they want to look at it, they can. You could ask Pam. I think we have other things to do, but I always thought he got away with murder.
President Donald Trump responded Monday to Israel's strikes on a Gaza hospital which killed at least 20 people, including 5 journalists, one, a freelancer for the Associated Press. Trump initially said he wasn't aware of the incident before offering, "I'm not happy about it. I don't want to see it." According to Associated Press, it was among the deadliest of several Israeli strikes that have hit both hospitals and journalists over the course of the 22-month war sparked by Hamas' October 7, 2023, attack, and the attack came as Israel plans to widen its offensive to heavily populated areas. In his remarks, Trump also suggested more captives held by Hamas have died. Israeli officials say of the 50 hostages still be held by Hamas, only about 20 remain alive. The rest were either killed during the October 2023 attack or while in captivity, according to Israeli officials. But Trump on Monday told reporters that are probably a little bit less than 20 because I think 1 or 2 are gone. Trump did not elaborate on what his estimate is based on. Trump made the remarks shortly before meeting with South Korea's new president, Lee Jae-myung, after asserting that a purge or revolution was taking place there and threatening to not do business with Seoul as he prepared to host the new leader at the White House later Monday. Trump elaborated later Monday that he was referring to raids on churches and on a U.S. military base by the new South Korean government, which they probably shouldn't have done, the president argued. "I heard bad things," Trump told reporters in the Oval Office on Monday morning. "I don't know if it's true or not. I'll be finding out." Trump also suggested he may have an upcoming meeting with North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un. "I have very good relationships with Kim Jong Un and North Korea," Trump told reporters. He even suggested that he had a better relationship with Kim than almost anyone but Kim's powerful sister, Kim Yo-jong. "A lot of people would say, that's terrible." "No, it's good," Trump added, recalling meeting with North Korea's leader during his first term. "In fact, someday, I'll see him," Trump said of a possible second-term meeting with Kim. "I look forward to seeing him."
Okay.
Mr. President, if we could get your reaction, sir. The Israelis bombed a hospital in Gaza that killed 20 people, including 5 journalists.
When did this happen?
This happened overnight, today.
I didn't know that.
Any reaction to this? Are you
Well,
going
I'm
to
not
talk
happy
to Prime
about it.
Minister?
I don't want to see it. At the same time, we have to end that whole nightmare. I'm the one that got the hostages out. I got them out. All of them. Steve Witkoff has been amazing. He's done a great job. But I'm the one that got them all out through my people and through me. And now we're left with probably a little bit less than 20 because I think 1 or 2 are gone. And I said a long time ago, I'm going to get them out. But when we get down to that final 10 or 20, these people aren't going to release them because they're dead after they release them. So it's a nasty situation. Very nasty, horrible thing.
Mr.
Yes.
President, could you please elaborate on your post on South Korea? What were you referring to?
Well, I heard that there were raids on churches over the last few days, very vicious raids on churches by the new government in South Korea, that they even went into our military base and got information. They probably shouldn't have done that, but I heard bad things. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll be finding out. As you know, your new president's coming in just a couple of hours, coming here. I look forward to meeting him. But we won't stand for that. We just won't stand for that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. President, you have built a relationship with Russian leaders and also North Korean leaders. As they are getting closer, how would that affect your diplomatic approach?
Well, I have very good relationships with Kim Jong Un, North Korea. I mean, a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's terrible." No, it's good. In fact, someday I'll see him. I look forward to seeing him. He was very good with me. We had 2 meetings. We had 2 summits. We got along great. I know him better than you do. I know him better than anybody, almost, other than his sister. His sister knows him pretty well. No, I know him well, and I got along with him. You know, I'm not supposed to say I really like him a lot, because if I do that, I get killed in the fake news media. But I got along with him very well, and we had no problem. If at the time Hillary Clinton won the election, you would have had a nuclear war. You would have had a nuclear war. We're not going to have a nuclear war. Once that happens, it's over. We're not going to have a nuclear war. No, but Kim Jong Un will meet at some point. I look forward to it, actually. But do you notice that since I came into office, you haven't had a problem with him? Hasn't been, you know, he tests lots of rockets. He does have great capability, I will say that. But I think a lot of good things are happening for our country. A lot of really good things. And the thing we're here today to talk about is crime, and specifically in D.C. I am so proud of what these people, every one of them,